live in the most remarkable era in the history of the world, an era of fantastic progress and change. Think about this. Less than 100 years ago, man still used an open flame for light and heat, as he had for thousands of years. Today, we use the power contained in an atom, and soon will efficiently harness the power of the sun. Less than 100 years ago, man still relied on beasts of burden, as he had for thousands of years. Today, we can move mountains in no time at all. Less than 100 years ago, man was still helplessly bound to the surface of the earth, as he had been for thousands of years. Today, you can cross the oceans in only a few hours. And less than 20 years ago, man could do no more than dream of visiting distant planets, dreams he has had for thousands of years. Today, that dream is a reality. Yes, we live in a remarkable era. More changes now take place in one day than have taken place in thousands of years. It seems that our lives are full of new alternatives. But we also live in an era of contradiction. Where our cars are concerned, some people try to convince us that we don't have alternatives at all. They try to tell us that we should live with don't care attitudes, less than the best workmanship, and the concept of built-in obsolescence. They try to convince us that we must put up with cars that can't carry the loads we want them to carry, that can't take us where we want to go, when we want to go there. They tell us that we should buy cars that constantly need costly repairs and don't last for more than a few short years. And they try to convince us that we should buy them from people who really aren't too interested in standing behind their product. In this remarkable era of progress, it sometimes seems that you really don't have many alternatives after all. Or do you? Is there a car that's designed to do all the things you want a car to do? That will carry almost everything you ever want to carry? That will take you to places that other cars can't take you whenever you want to go? That's engineered and built to last for many years by a company that believes in its product, believes in it enough to stand behind it like no other? The answer is a resounding yes. There is an alternative, your guarantee of versatility, performance, economy, and reliability, the International Scout. What's more, we'll prove that we mean what we say. Beginning in 1980, we'll back each and every Scout with an unheard of 100,000-mile, 5-year warranty that covers the body and engine. This is your alternative to ugly, rusted-through bodies. And your alternative to untimely, expensive repair bills because of engine failure. Because Scout's engine warranty covers every internally lubricated part of the engine, such as valves, rods, shafts, and bearings. Only International offers such comprehensive warranty protection, because only International does what others don't. We design, engineer, and build them to last. For example, most dealers and commercial rust-proofers still use the obsolete method of spraying anti-corrosive agents into blind body cavities after the car has been assembled. You'll never need this hit-or-miss process because International provides corrosion protection before and during the manufacturing process to ensure complete protection for every seam, weld, joint, and surface that requires protection. The Scout's anti-corrosion protection begins at the steel mill, long before the Scout begins its journey down the assembly line. We make extensive use of zinc-metal, which is cold rolled steel coated on one side with zinc-rich primer and oven-cured before it's ever delivered to our factory. Zinc-metal is used for outer door panels, inner and outer lift gates, outer windshield frame sides, and outer rear quarter panels. In addition to zinc metal, we use galvanized steel which has been coated on both sides in places that need two-sided protection. Examples are rear inner quarter panels, quarter panel end caps, quarter panel fillers, quarter panel splash shields, and the lower grille. But the use of special metals alone isn't quite enough. Zinc-rich primer is applied, often by hand, to areas such as hood seams, front fender seams, drip molding joints, and tailgate seams. We combine pride and craftsmanship with modern technology by applying the primer before the seams are welded to make sure nothing is left exposed. In addition to using special metals and zinc-rich primer, we also immerse the entire body in an electrostatic immersion priming bath. But that's still not good enough for us. To give you the best anti-rust protection possible, we also coat the non-visible inner surfaces again, this time with a hot paraffin-based anti-corrosive layer. We proved that ours is the best anti-corrosion protection available by testing our vehicles in salt spray cabinets for 500 hours, twice the industry standard. That's how we arrived at our combination of zinc metal, galvanized steel, zinc-rich primer, and hot wax to protect the body of the Scout and assure its long-lasting beauty. International believes that your alternative should not end with rust-through protection, that you deserve the same long-term protection for the engine of your Scout for 100,000 miles or 5 years. How can International offer such an unheard-of engine warranty? Again, the answer is simple. Scout engines are specially designed, engineered, and built to last much longer than typical passenger car engines. We know that you're concerned about performance and economy, and may not normally ask about features inside your engine. But we want you to see just what it is that makes the Scout's engine better. Besides, it gives us an opportunity to show some of the high-quality items which we put into our product, things you ordinarily never see or hear about. The unique design of the Scout engine lets it deliver its power at lower RPM, which greatly reduces friction and wear. While other engines churn away at high RPMs to generate their peak torque, the Scout's engine does it while it loafs along. Typical passenger car engines have a timing chain, which will eventually stretch and throw off cam timing, power output, and fuel economy. The Scout's engines use match timing gears that don't create any of those problems. We use 3 different metals to make our bearings instead of the usual 2. Why? Because they'll last longer. Other engines have crankshafts that are made from castings. We use forged steel that is designed to take a full power pounding for hours on end. That means a much longer life for the crankshaft under normal driving conditions. Instead of using the usual single valve springs, which can become distorted and fatigued, we install double valve springs for more positive valve operation, better performance, and longer life. The higher engine temperatures caused by modern emission controls can warp cylinder heads and cause parts to wear. Our high-volume water and oil pumps eliminate those kinds of hot spots. The lightweight metals used in modern engine blocks can distort cylinder walls and change crankshaft alignment. That's why we still use lots of strong iron to ensure rigidity and long life. Long-lasting quality that you can't see also comes with larger and sturdier rod and bearing journals, stronger valve stems, valve guides, and push rods, as well as full rocker shafts for added valve train rigidity. Of course, we wouldn't say that the Scout's engines last longer than others without proving it. Our engineers weren't satisfied with the design until the engine ran wide open at full throttle with a full load for a minimum of 1,000 hours. That's more than twice the standard that other engine manufacturers use. We certainly do live in an age of contradiction, one that can be confusing at best. But it doesn't have to be that way. You do have an alternative that assures versatility, performance, economy, and above all, product reliability, even in places you can't see. From a company that uses space-age technology but hasn't forgotten the meaning of quality and craftsmanship, and stands behind its product like no other. For specific details concerning our new warranty, look for this poster in your Scout dealership. It explains the warranty coverage in detail, and like any good contract, explains your responsibilities as well as ours. Then, when you're convinced that ours is the best warranty available today, test drive your alternative, the International Scout. It's built to last by people who care.